This product is absolutely mind-blowing. I've said it before, I can't think of any product that I've ever reviewed in the last 10 years that has pushed magic on so far. People are going to talk about what was possible after Legacy and what we did before Legacy. That's what I think about this product.
Thank you.
But I want to delve into your mind now and kind of find out a little bit more about your inspiration, where the product started for you. How long have you been working on Legacy?
Yeah, now we are in 2022, but now it's more than 2 years. Yes, the idea. And I started working, it was basically a dream that I had. I mean, every musician carries a wallet, right? So what will be a better effect if you remove from your wallet, your everyday wallet, a card with a prediction there, with ink, with Sharpie ink. If you could do real magic, that's exactly what you'll do. You'll grab your wallet, you'll take a card, take your Sharpie, write it down, place it. It's in my wallet. No one is going to touch it, yes? Now, you can do that. It's not a dream anymore. You can really do it in real life. It's like real magic, in my opinion, you know?
And this moment, this epiphany, this moment where the light bulb went off, did it start first with the blackboard, and you saw the blackboard and then thought, I wonder why? Did it all come from, which came first, the blackboard?
Blackboard.
Or did you have so you saw the blackboard,
yes,
and then the dream of Legacy?
Yes.
And you started to work on that.
And it's much more difficult to make Legacy, you know, because you need smaller things, and it's for close-up, it cannot make noise. It's not a servo that we use.
It's silent.
It's silent, yes.
It's silent.
Yeah.
We did it in the restaurant earlier. You can't hear anything.
No, you can't.
You
no.
cannot hear anything at all.
Yeah.
And the sound, that's obviously one potential problem that you had to overcome.
Yeah.
Has there been any problems along the way, problems that you've had to solve?
Many problems, starting with the sound that you mentioned, because the more obvious path to make a motor go up and down, it's a servo. It's what we use in the blackboards, but they are made for parlor or stage, so you can't really hear at such a distance. But when you are performing 1 meter away, the audience cannot hear, they cannot hear this. No. So we had to come up with a gear system, with a micromotor, with the correct strength, to make a very small piece with the nib go up and down, and this was very hard. It has never been done in any other product outside of Magic. We had to come up with the mechanics for this. You cannot find this in any other place. So we had to invent the mechanics, and when we invent something like this from scratch, it's very hard, you know?
You were telling me earlier, you've probably forgotten, but I remember you telling me this. What's incredible is it's writing with a Sharpie.
Yes, it's
maybe only the smallest Sharpie ever, but it is still a Sharpie.
It's still a Sharpie.
So the fact is, you can combine that with something that's already pre-written on the business card, and then you can write something over the top, and then have the Sharpie, because it is a Sharpie.
It is a Sharpie.
Replicate.
Yes,
that.
100%.
And you said just for the nib, which does the writing, you said that, was it 15 prototypes?
Yeah.
Just for the spring, to make sure the tension or the strength of the writing is absolutely perfect.
Exactly.
And it replicates handwriting.
It was very hard, yes.
That was the thing. When you start to talk about all these issues and problems that you've had to overcome in over 2 years?
Yes, we worked intensely on this, because when you place a nib of a Sharpie on a piece that moves up and down, the force is a lot, you know, for it to write, and, you know, there is only a difference in material, so you cannot have a nib writing very strong like this, you know, so we had to come up with a spring, with the correct size, with the correct strength. We had more than 20 types of springs. Besides, how to attach the spring, how does the nib go up and down, how everything, you know, all this, even the ink, I mean...
I'm tired already, just listening to this.
Yeah, it's just, it was very hard. For example, the nib now goes to a compartment, and I was very stressed with this, because in the beginning, when I did this, I placed ink, and then 2 hours later, there was no ink, so the nib started to write, and it was very faded. You know, this is not good. If you are going, for example, to perform a wedding, and you start working at 10 a.m., you don't want in the middle of the day or a few hours later going to a table and the ink does not writing properly. You know,
you've been using the same system all day.
Yeah.
For all our demonstrations in the cafe, all the bits we've done here just before this interview.
Yeah,
it's
2 days now.
literally lasted 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
Which is incredible. And
Yes.
it's not refilled.
No, I didn't add any ink, because what happens is that when the tip is in the resting position, it always goes automatically 100% to a small compartment, so it's always absorbing ink. It's always moist. You know, this was very hard, you know, and this small compartment needs to come off for magicians to place a little bit of ink. All of these details and more were, I had many bad nights. I could not sleep until I figured this out. I mean, and even at weekends, my engineer Tiago, which is an amazing engineer, we worked like hell. I mean, there were weeks when I slept like 3 hours and 4. Even at weekends, I worked full weekends on this. I could not stop until I made it work. These small details, you know. Of course, the machine part was very difficult as well, but these small details are very important, or the trick will not work, you know.
And you've got a whole team working for you. People probably don't realise that, but I went to the warehouse today and the lab, it's more like a lab than a warehouse, where literally you've got this team of people, 7, 8 people, all working, and each legacy system takes over 3 days.
Yes, of intense work.
To produce and manufacture for that whole team of people.
Yes.
To create something that is basically a master prediction system in your pocket. And this is a very difficult stage illusion to perform. It needs staging normally, maybe special lighting. You definitely need an extra assistant. And it makes me wonder, maybe you've thought about this, because you can replicate something so amazing like the master prediction test system and tailor your performance accordingly. You can make it work for any client. Where do you think magicians and performers, where do you think they're going to go with this?
I mean,
because you've got your ideas.
Yes, I have the post-it one idea that I told you about. I think it's crazy. I really cannot wait to see what magicians can do with this, because it's important to mention that it's not only a reveal in the wallet. In fact, you can steal the prediction invisibly. So you can switch it for a box, you can place it anywhere. So, you know, it opens a new world of possibilities. Before this, you need to do...
Literally, if you were doing a Zoom show, you could have it here, couldn't you?
Yes, 100%.
And it would print, and then you would just take the envelope off the table.
Yeah.
And there would be nothing apart from an envelope.
Exactly.
Because the system's completely modular.
Yeah.
You can put it in anything.
Anything, yeah. It comes with a wallet, which is a shell. Looks like it has credit cards, but it's a shell. It's empty inside, so you can literally remove the mechanism from there. So it's... Yeah, I think the possibilities are infinite, you know, and it looks like 100% handwritten. You cannot say it's not handwritten. It's impossible to say the difference.
We are filming this on the first... I only saw Legacy for the first time today, and we went out for lunch, and you went through it a few times, just did no thrills performances. And the bit that blew me away was when you reached in your pocket, because he went out for a while, he got ready, and he came back to the table for a couple of minutes, and then he came back in, and when you took out the smaller wallet with the credit card system, even though I know what's going on with this credit card smaller wallet, with this, but that's an extra, isn't it?
It's an extra, yes.
But that just blew me away, because I thought I knew everything about it, and then you came back and then you performed this, and just the smaller thing that came out.
And you remove the wallet in 1 second or 2 from your pocket. It's no fumbling, it's not no fishy business, you know. It's
because if you're using the app, it's actually entering the information every single time you advance to the next line. So when you demonstrated the confabulation routine for me, for example, and I picked Blackpool earlier, once you advance to the next line for the mode of transport, the wallet's already started the work.
100%, yeah.
So it's sometimes a matter of seconds, until you're revealing it.
Yes, it's very fast. It's very fast. Yeah, you don't need to talk for a long time or yeah.
The more I think about it, the more impossible the whole thing seems. I can't believe that you've got your team to this point where it's actually out and it's available now to the Magic community. It's unbelievable. Why did you decide on the name Legacy? Because I know as a creator, I know names are important to creators. Why Legacy?
Legacy, it's because I think it will be my legacy. One day when I'm gone from this world, you know, I think this is probably the fact that people will remember my team and my company to produce. So I think Legacy is the perfect name. That's the only reason. I mean, I think that Magic will go some steps forward now. Because now you don't need to do double writing. Your ends are in view. You don't hide anything. It's so clean. If you could do real Magic, this is exactly how you will do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I think you said it perfectly. It's your legacy, but now the legacy is yours.